A few weeks ago, I get on this random Pikmin kick. Suddenly, I want to play a whole bunch of Pikmin. And so, I play 1 and 3 because they're short enough. And I'm like, I really want to play through 4. I have not played 4 since my first playthrough when it first came out. I have barely touched it since. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll just play Olimar's Shipwreck Tale. That's what I'll do. That's like a little side story in the game. And then I'm playing that, and then by complete coincidence, that's when Nintendo announces this random, out of the blue, years later update for Pikmin 4. They announced that the game is getting a photo mode, it's getting these like cute decor Pikmin and some kind of Pikmin Bloom app integration, and then of course the best part, difficulty options. You can adjust the fierceness level, the ferocity of the enemies, making them easier or harder, which is awesome. So that was all really great, and it was just a completely funny coincidence that the second I pick up the game, like that day, is when Nintendo makes that announcement. So that's the part of the story you already knew. But then it's even funnier because then, I played a bit and I put it down, and then just like 1 or 2 days ago, I was like, I gotta play more Pikmin 4. Okay, I'm not gonna play through the entire story. I'm just gonna play through like some. I'm gonna mess around in the game. And so I do that, I pick it up again, and that is when Nintendo randomly decides to shadow drop the update. Here it is, it's here. It's here, suddenly. I need to go and like randomly play Thousand Year Door, Metroid Prime Remastered, try to get an update for those. But before we get to the real point of this video, I do want to touch on the whole Switch 2 thing. So, now the update is here, and we can see completely and officially there is no performance patch. This game does not run better on Switch 2. And this is still confusing. Naturally, why would they give the game a big update years later after the launch of the Switch 2 if they weren't going to make it perform better on Switch 2? And so I feel like the only conclusion we can draw is that a Switch 2 edition is still coming. It's not a conclusion that makes complete sense, because since they announced this update, we've gotten the announcement for Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 edition, and that announced the Switch 2 edition while also announcing a free update with a bunch of content for the Switch 1 version of the game. So now we're looking back at Pikmin and being like, okay, so announcing an update that's free for the Switch 1 version, that makes sense, and now there's a precedent. You can announce that at the same time as announcing a Switch 2 edition, so like, what's going on here? If you update the game, but you don't make it run better on Switch 2, you have to be doing a Switch 2 edition, but if you're doing a Switch 2 edition, why would you not have announced it with the announcement and release of this update? It is confusing, but I do just have to imagine that it is coming. Maybe it's going to have a big content update. Obviously, I can't get my hopes up, but like, that's the only thing I can imagine. Maybe it's going to add something relatively big to the game, and they wanted to give us this update early, get us talking about Pikmin, playing the extra hard mode, learning the new options and whatnot before they introduce it. It still doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's got to be coming. It has to. There's no reason why they wouldn't have updated the performance on Switch 2. So it's weird, but we'll just wait and see what happens, I guess. The real point of this video is they announced the update, new difficulty options. All right, like, awesome. Super duper happy. But there was that little part of me that was still just a little bit disappointed because, as I've talked about plenty in the past, I did a whole video talking about what updates and DLC I think the game should have gotten. And it's a really, really, really great game, but there are just a couple of things about it that could make it just really tiny little things that could make it so much better. Namely, a new game plus, because you just get so many abilities and you take so long to acquire all the onions for all the different colors of Pikmin, and I just want the ability to start a new game with all of the abilities unlocked from the start so you can use them instead. Some abilities you only get like at the end of the game. What's the point? So that was a really huge one I was hoping for. And then the next one, of course, is the auto lock-on. I think the auto lock-on is fine. I think there are pros and cons. but there are a lot of people who just hate it. There are plenty of people who are just like, I can't even play this game. It's just too annoying to play. So like, there's always been this really intense need for Nintendo to just let us turn it off. Like, it's as simple as that. Just let us turn it off. You will unlock the ability for so many more people to play and enjoy the game. And it didn't seem like those two things were happening when they announced this update. But now we've got the update, and guess what? They did both. They did both. They just didn't say they were going to do it, but we got it. We got it right here. There is essentially a new game plus, and you can disable the auto lock-on. And on the highest difficulty setting, the Pikmin cap is 60. I heard some people saying that it, like on the website or something, it mentioned that. I never looked into if that was like official or not. But yeah, it is not just the ferocity of the enemies. That would have been good. That would have been really, really good as a hard mode. But I'm really happy to get confirmation that it also caps your Pikmin at 60, just like it did in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. So hard mode is now even better, even harder. Love that. Really, really love that. And yeah, the new game plus. It's pretty much everything we could have wanted. Apparently, it even lets you skip the tutorial. Like, the first day of the game is kind of slow. You know, it's a lot of, like, tutorial and dialogue and stuff. You can just skip that whole thing and start on day 2. And when you start a new file and you roll over all of your data from the previous save, it's everything I could want. You keep all of your gear. You just all of your upgrades. The pup skills are not unlocked, but you get all of the drive points that you can. So basically, you get to just repurchase all of them, which sounds like a little bit annoying. If you had unlocked all of them, you just got to re-unlock them again. But I guess Nintendo did that just in case you hadn't unlocked them all and you wanted to decide which ones to prioritize, kind of, you know, re-roll, respec, or whatever. But yeah, so you have all of your gear, all of your pup skills, and you even get to keep all of your onions, all of the various colored Pikmin onions, but you do not keep your Flarlick. So you start at that, like, 20 cap, just like in the main game, which I think I'm okay with. I'm okay with, like, having the ability to create any kind of Pikmin that I want, but still having that early limitation. I mean, if anything, it just makes it just a little bit harder. You know, it's I don't know, it's really satisfying to slowly raise that cap. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with keeping the onions, but not the Flarlick. Yeah, it's perfect. It's awesome. It's everything I could want in a new game plus. You can now just start a new game fresh with all of the abilities and just have a bunch of fun, which is particularly good if you want to start like the super hard mode. I haven't tried it out myself yet, but if it does end up actually being pretty hard, because the ultra spicy mode in Pikmin 3 Deluxe was really not that much harder. I've been hearing that this is actually pretty difficult. So if it's true that it is really hard, then, you know, it'd be fun to tackle it with all the old gear and stuff. So I don't know. So that's awesome. That's just really, really, truly terrific. And then the ability to disable the auto lock-on, just to seal the deal, just to make the game basically perfect. Again, I didn't have like a huge problem with it, but some people did, and I am curious to see. I mean, if I'm playing a harder mode and I want the game to be harder, it does make sense to disable it, just because it did make the game easier. You know, it just locks on everything for you, so you don't have to aim or really do anything. So I don't know. It's cool. It's really, really, really cool. And there's like other little stuff too. Like they made a lot of little tweaks. You can change it so that when you whistle, it can have the cursor come out of your cursor, like the whistle come out of the cursor or the player as like the center point of the whistle, which is weird. I don't know why you would want it coming out of the player, but that's cool. Fine. Options are always good. And you can now select either normal or precise for the speed of the arrow that appears when you hold down X to aim. Setting this to precise will make it easier to adjust the direction of the Pikmin's charge in Ochi's rush. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what that's going to do or how it's going to feel. But again, options are just always good. So yeah, this, I don't know. It sounds to me, again, I haven't really like dove into it yet, but it sounds to me like this makes the game kind of perfect. It's kind of perfect now. Really, like the auto lock on and the new game plus. That it's so much. And I love this. I love it when Nintendo does this, and I love how much they've been doing this recently. I mean, really, they did it with Pikmin 3 Deluxe as well. Like, really sitting down and dialing in to their games and like what could be done to improve them, really just listening to player feedback. There are things about these games that just, I don't know, sometimes there's just little things that could be better that the original designers didn't think of, or maybe they didn't have time to implement. They didn't have the budget and the game was out. They had to move on. I don't really know, but it's always so awesome to see them, especially when they give us features that we didn't even know we wanted. You know, when it's just like, oh, hey, that's a really thoughtful little addition. Like Pikmin 3 Deluxe had a lot of that. Little things I wouldn't have even considered. And they're doing it again here. Just like, hey, how could we make the game just so much better? What has everybody been saying that they want? Let's just do it. Let's just give it to them. So now, here's a real problem here. Here's a big problem. They've just given us all of this stuff. They've made the game that much better. So now I'm dying to jump into a whole new playthrough. I want to play. Maybe I won't even do New Game Plus. Maybe I'll just set everything to hard and just go for it. It sounds so much fun. But they didn't give us a performance patch. So if a Switch 2 edition is coming, I don't want to play the game again now. It's a long game, especially if it's long, because like if I do hard mode, it's going to take even longer. I can't play through it. I mean, I want to play through it that many times, but just like realistically, the number of hours it would take, I don't want to play it again until they give us either a performance patch or the Switch 2 edition. Oh, so yeah. So that's agonizing. That's going to drive me absolutely crazy. Because then, yeah, like, I don't know. If they are going to give you one, is it going to be 2 years from now? I don't know. Like, probably not, but like, they haven't announced it yet. You really don't know. We've already got Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 edition and now Animal Crossing Switch 2 edition. So like, are they gonna announce another one this soon, or do we kind of have to like wait till those are out? I really don't know. But it's a fairly good problem to have, I guess. I'm just so happy that this update has turned into such a big thing. That's so good. I'm so happy because like it's Pikmin 4 and it finally came out, and I love the game so much. So it was just heartbreaking to see all of the people who could not click with it because of the control thing. It's just awesome. And then the New Game Plus. That's for me. It's lovely. Brings a tear to my eye. Are any of you going to start a new file because you are so excited to play on a higher difficulty setting? Or are you perhaps going to try the game again, or purchase the game for the first time because they fixed the control issue? Or are you like me and you want to play it again, but you also want to hold out for the better graphics because it's going to look so good. It's going to look so incredible. The game still looks great. It looks so good, but at a higher resolution, a sharp image, and even a higher frame rate. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be just indescribably gorgeous. Forget next gen. This game already looks good enough. Just like have it run better. I'll be good. This is Pikmin 5.